Halo. First time we stepped onto the ring, seeking out surviving Marines and help them fight the Covenant. Gotta regroup. This place just was the right mix of familiar and alien. Like, it looks like home, but there's something not right here.
I'm losing her. Brace for impact!
Chief? Chief, can you hear me? At
Went down
last.
standing.
Are you all right? Can you move?
No, never mind. They're two different people.
The others. The impact.
For the final answer.
There's nothing we can do.
God, I mean, that's impressive.
I've detected multiple Covenant
2001,
dropships on
whenever we
approach.
were playing this
I
game,
recommend moving into
2002.
those hills.
That's
We're
impressive.
lucky. The Covenant
Odd
will believe
rays.
that everyone aboard this lifeboat died in a crash.
Music makes you
Alert,
scared
Covenant
to death.
dropship inbound.
It's a
We
sense
must
this
be looking
whole
for
ring.
survivors.
You see that
I
ring?
recommend immediate evasion.
Go to the far ends of that.
Uh-huh. And if you don't listen to Cortana, you get into a fight. No, for real. If you don't listen to her, you get into a fight with the Covenant.
What, they land?
Yeah, they land. They'll land. They're landing to come over there. And if you don't leave like she says, you gotta fight them.
Oh, they've seen me now.
Oh, no, they're all
Nice. It's so hard to choose between the new and the old. This game. The new looks so good, but the old is Halo.
Yeah.
But you play old.
I switch. Like right now I'm on new. But
You're on new?
I do prefer, yeah, I'm on new right now, but I prefer old a lot.
There's so much detail with the new. Wow.
Yeah.
They really did a lot here. Oh, my bad, Wilso. It's impressive.
I'm reading a lifeboat beacon over the next hill. We should check to see if there are any survivors.
Yep. I forgot about this actually. This is my gun. Oh, I can't wait for Halo 2. I'm finna dual wield the hell out of this damn gun.
Dual wheel?
And Halo 2.
Oh.
Alright, stand still, Turok, because he gotta come to one of us.
Welcome to the party.
Oh, here you go.
It's a mess, sir.
Turn around, Turok. Where you
Scattered
going?
all over this valley.
Hey, it's Johnson.
We called for evac, but
Oh my god, old Johnson compared to new Johnson.
Don't worry, Sergeant.
He looks like a Lego brick character, old Johnson.
Heads up, I got a
But
Covenant
yeah,
dropship
again, like,
heading in.
as a
Over
kid,
here.
this was just, like, so immersive. Oh my god, the Marines. Felt like being here.
Yeah. Yes, sir. That shit. Now we gotta defend. But there's dropship coming over this way, Turok. I can't ping it because, you know, it's the old games.
Oh yeah.
I fail.
Pilots. It's also cool the detail of like the ragtag crew. You see technicians, Marines, pilots. Ooh, I'm dead.
Should be back, right?
Look sharp. Covenant dropship on
I'm
the
like
boat.
literally
I can
in the
use some
back.
help over
Yeah,
here.
you got it. Thanks.
whoa!
Yeah, I know you still behind that rock, dude. Oh, got him.
That's still impressive though. Damn, like he knew to take cover. He crouched in everything. There's some modern games that don't have AI that good.
There's another ship landing somewhere. Oh, to your right, Turok. I mean to your left. Where you going now?
I see it.
Gotta try to keep these things alive.
I'm getting pushed pretty good. They know it. They're coming after me. I can smell blood in the water.
Yeah. Hit that left, that red elite weak. I just messed him up bad. Come on,
shot.
soldier.
Oh, we'll give
we're all
you
gonna
credit.
die.
With that, where did that pistol go? I'm a cowardly fool. Big swing and a miss. The classic Halo assault rifle. Backloaded.
Another bandit dropping in behind us. They're trying to
They're trying to flank us. It's on my yes.
Quinn and Tucker. I don't know what they're playing.
Pokemon.
What? Playing what? Come say hi to the stream again, Quinn. Come say hi again, Quinn. Come say hi to the stream again. It's the camera. Why are your legs? I'm out of here.
Bro, what are you doing?
Having Quinn consumed violence at 4 years old.
I'm not 4 years old, I'm 5 years old.
Yes. Big difference. I'm on the tower.
They killed everybody. They've killed everyone but like one guy.
The Marines though?
No, the aliens killed all the Marines but one.
Systematically hunting down the humans. Oh yes, Roblox on the tablet. That runs so well. Yeah, that thing's like PlayStation 1 trying to run an Xbox One game.
Why you ran your ass up the stairs? Ooh, good mistake.
Thank you. So was there a good reason to keep the Marines alive though?
No, they're gonna die. There's nothing we can do. That's what I like about Halo Legends. There's nothing. They're gonna die.
I'm real smart. He knows these. Oh, there's still a Marine up there. Maybe
Yeah, I said there's one. That's all I said. There's one left. No.
Is he up there? No, there's some pilot stuff. Somehow hanging in there, barely.
Oh my god, I'm so tired. Shit. You got that charge pistol still? No,
You got a shield. Oh, Marine, why did you step in front of me, you dumbass? You've been trained all your life for that.
Anybody reading me?
Bro!
Repeat. Any UNSC personnel respond.
Dude, that was on him.
Oh yeah.
Roger, Echo 4.
They've been walking in front of me since I've been shooting.
We read you.
They wait till I shoot
Hammer?
and then step in front of me and then crouch.
Roger,
Crouch right in front of my
Good to
bullets.
hear from you.
Got your back, Chief.
Hammer, we
Whole back
need
of their head
transportation to
blows
command
out.
shuttle.
Ah, you traitor.
I'm on my way.
Look, more lifeboats. They're coming in fast. If those lifeboats make it down, the Covenant are going to be right on top of them.
Hammer, we need you to disengage your Warthog. The Master Chief and I are going to see if we can save some soldiers.
So cool.
Roger,
Yo,
Cortana.
Death to Own. What up, man? Death to Own's a really creative, intelligent
Wanna
guy.
drive or you wanna shoot?
Okay, Charlie
I've been
Team,
enjoying.
we're on
I can drive.
deploy. Saddle up and
What
give 'em hell.
what job do you like better?
Roger,
Okay, I like
stand
to
by to
drive,
evac
right.
survivors and transport them to safety. That's affirmative.
Super talented dude. Really enjoy his streams and his content.
Hammer out.
He's a great Borderlands player as well. Make sure you check him out. Great community. Yo, Death to Own. Appreciate that. Nexus Cat Hype Man. Welcome to Halo Mondays. Tyrell and I have been doing this for a little bit. Well,
Look at all the soldiers.
second Halo Monday. Ah, we saved that one guy. How about the yellow
One guy.
jumpsuit, dude?
Nah, he's dead.
Well, we did our part. Thanks for being here, Depto. You been torturing yourself with Dark Souls? Do you like it though? Are
This
you
cave is not
having
a
fun?
natural formation,
Did you enjoy the
Someone
last
built it.
Borderlands DLC?
so it must lead somewhere. I've hacked into the Covenant battle network. We're actually broadcasting tactical data on
This looks good, though,
unencrypted
too.
channels.
This is one of the
You
few
should
moments
show them who
fog
they're
actually
dealing
looks
with.
good in a game.
Master Chief, I'm
Oh,
going to
what's
use your
going
suit's
on?
transcom system to monitor their chatter.
Well, it's one of your favorite games, the Devil Riders one. Yeah, the number 3, the Bounty of Blood.
Okay, here we go. I mean, it lagged really bad.
Yeah, we're having a bad lag spike.
And that's the terminal.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I'm glad I ain't jumping with a die.
Is our best bet to do what here?
Shoot him. We gotta kill all of these people.
Oh,
We gotta
sorry.
like activate a bridge.
The damn stream is doing a thing. Okay, I think the stream's back. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. You guys get to see more technical difficulties on the recording end. My bad. I thought it was short but interesting for like 10 hours for the new heads. Oh, there's new heads. Thought it was my internet. It's weird. Probably Twitch, to be honest. So it was pretty good and interesting. Are you looking forward to DLC 4? Nice. Good driving. Good looking out.
Another one over there?
This Gatling gun seems to hit harder than it did in Halo 3. It pretty much melt these damn things. Just turns slow as molasses. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I was right. I'll be playing DLC 4. I hope it takes the game in a good direction. I don't know what. I just can't find myself enjoying as much as I did with Borderlands 3. I think Mayhem sucks, man. I don't think you're alone. I think Mayhem was an okay idea, but it just hasn't panned out. That's why I want to do DLC 3 tomorrow, because of the right now Mayhem modifiers are all easy, which sounds like a lot more fun than the just dumb bullshit that they have. You know, it's so much like tacked on unnecessary either busy work or difficulty that feels arbitrary, like the death ball that comes out and has 10 billion
What
health.
the hell killed you?
Yeah, Mayhem sucks. I agree with you, Death, though. I'm with you.
What killed
there's
you?
There's a lead up there.
Oh, okay.
Artificial difficulty, exactly. I agree with you. It's just artificial, arbitrary difficulty. And
No, leave the
I hope they rework it.
What are you doing, Rock?
Do you have an angle to shoot him?
I had one before you moved it.
Oh,
I'm good right up.
try to get him to come out. So definitely want to do it tomorrow, because hopefully it'll be easier to run Mayhem 10 on it. And I hear there's a new level cap increase coming out, which sounds cool. OP levels weren't perfect, but at least you had some sense. Yeah, and you had to like earn it too. But you know, OP levels had more kind of wrong with it than it had right, so I just don't know why they even tried to go there again. I guess experiment with it, but take the good. Don't like take the bad, the scaling and so on, and then the arbitrary
There must be
difficulty
some
of it.
mechanism to cross this chasm. Look for a control panel or switch.
I'm with you,
Yeah,
Dad,
press the
though.
button over
Yeah,
there,
it's kind of sucks. Yeah, but oh, right bumper. I'm missing it. It's the final plane level cap. Okay. When does that happen? Are we getting a season 2? Because the last news article I saw said like season 2's coming. Randy Pitchford confirms more DLC on the way. But then I haven't heard anything, and no one seems excited, and the game is definitely not at peak popularity. Players like yourself, even the loyalists, are just not like hanging in there, you know? What happened?
None. They put me up here.
This area, I like the old graphics better. It's more spooky compared to the Borderlands 2 ones. In some ways, I feel like that's okay, because I think the main campaign for Borderlands 3 is way too long, especially considering they want you to do it twice. But at this point, I'm okay with a long campaign, but they need to stop doing New Game Plus if they want to go down this route. They either need to keep the campaigns 20 hours or so, and the DLC is fairly short, I think, or just get rid of New Game Plus.
There's new traffic on the Covenant battle network.
It has a ton of filler.
A lot more crew
Definitely.
made it off the Autumn than I had
Definitely.
predicted. The captain really gave them hell.
And the side quests were some of the best.
We can
written
find
ones,
Captain
though.
Keyes
Captain
and the
really
other
gave him hell.
survivors.
Such a
We
good
have
line.
a chance to coordinate an effective resistance.
Regrouping. Not all is lost. There's some humans still left. The UNSC is surviving. A lot of filler. I thought the main story really wasn't that well written. I thought the side quests were well written though. Oh, you did it in like 2 hours, really? Wow. I guess it won't take us the entire day then. So epic.
Yeah, it's already what?
What'd you say?
Took the entire day to do what?
The Borderlands 3 DLC. This? Yeah, I don't know about this. Isn't this game only like 5 missions long?
Lifeboats are taken.
This game is
Sarah
long.
survivors.
These guys survived.
Okay. Let's go get them.
You keep the stories interesting. Yeah, the DLCs, I agree with you, Death Down. They're well written, the side quests were well written. The main story I thought was way overlong, especially with New Game Plus involved, and didn't tell a very well-structured story. It's 4 separate stories that sort of randomly connect at the end.
Maybe
To
they took cover in that structure. Let's check it out.
Lilith, and now your characters are not at all the main story. You're acting a pawn in that game instead of acting out the story like the other Borderlands.
Trying to deal
I
with
mean, it
some
just feels like it
these
drags right when you get to Eden 6 and starts slowing down. Eden 6 is overlong. It's so weird how that planet system didn't pan out. I need something else. Something with a damn scope on it. Somehow a bunch of different planets is less interesting than just Pandora. Yeah, the Pandora environments are more interesting than... Eden 6, to me, was the lamest of all the planets. It's just a dark green all around. They could have done so much more with that planet. There's some areas that are cool, like the whole river basin area is cool, but it still doesn't look like anything you wouldn't see on Pandora. The planets are, and they all follow Pandoran physics. It's weird because the Outer Worlds kind of pulls off the planet thing. They all feel so different from one another with their own culture and their own story and their own factions. And the way that it plays out in Borderlands 3, you just can't tell a difference. It's going to be the Cult of the Vault on all of them. They all talk the same. They all act like it's a Pandoran planet. There just isn't any differences. Kids, keep the volume low. Definitely pulls it off.
Kids.
It's the whole white family, black family different. Damn it, Rayanne, get your ass. Don't you fall off that bed. White suburbs. Kids. We got the beginnings of a joke. It's trying to form. It'll get there. How many people we offend along the way, though? That's a great question. I forgot your freaking flashlight has a battery life. What a stupid
We should search
feature.
the interior of those structures before we leave.
Right? Just recharge.
Oh god. Oh wait, I'm not losing any more charge. Give me your lunch money. Looks like Florida. Yeah, like an ugly Florida. I agree. It's all so samey. Feels like you're playing an old school game where they, you know, could use 2 different colors of green, so they just painted over everything. It feels more like Borderlands 1 in that way, how Pandora was just a gray and tan desert for 99% of that game. You still have your sniper rifle?
Yes. Look at these weak ass.
Ugh. I need a gun. Do jackals eventually call for an evac? Don't we have to investigate the structures?
Well, I'm in here.
Oh, I'm still on the surface trying to fight my way through. How did you get down here already? We've already been all the way down?
It ain't that long. Like,
I couldn't
yeah, it's
move
like a little
forward. Okay, well, what did she discover down here? I forget.
We ain't got no
Anything?
soldiers.
We didn't rescue any of the Marines. 100% casualties.
It's pretty rough. What is DLC 4 is named at, then? What do you think it's going to take for Borderlands to make a comeback at this point? Is it too little too late? Is it just never going to be that game? Was Borderlands 2 just the right place, the right time, the right game? Because we all looked forward to all as Borderlands fans. We looked forward so much to Borderlands 3. And yet here we are, and there is just zero hype. They can't seem to bring players back. I know one of the biggest things for me personally is also the optimization. It runs like dog doo-doo. I just changed out my thermal paste and my thermal pads, and I'm hoping maybe that makes a slight difference.
You want a pistol? You want my pistol?
There. On the
I know you say you need it. I'll use it.
with Borderlands
I had a
3
sniper.
because it literally reaches catastrophic thermal failure when I play Borderlands 3. Like, the system will shut off to save itself. That's how badly optimized Borderlands 3 is. So
We failed this.
and then you throw those mayhem. We did. We just left those Marines. Their families. We failed them all.
It'll be alright.
I'm on an Xbox One X. I'm on performance mode. Then you add mayhem mode in, and you put in all those different modifiers and unnecessary special effects, constantly clogging up your screen. Particle effects, you can't even see what's going on. The game chugs down to 5 frames per second. It just plays and performs poorly. Very poorly. Krieg and the Fantastic Buster Clark. Why do they keep doing these long-ass names? Like, I get it. They've got a history with it, but if it ain't working, too long. I know they're gonna resell that game on the Series X, PlayStation 5, and then it'll finally be optimized. The number one reason I'm building another PC right now is literally just for Borderlands 3. It's more than that, but like that's my primary motivation. It's like, can I play this game and it actually run okay for once?
Bullets. Shit. Alright, we gotta go
20
save
months.
these soldiers.
Let's get some Nexus Cat hype up in the chat for Young Son. Raid bosses need to come back. I don't mind the takedowns personally.
There's some Marines hiding in the
I
hills
don't. I
above
think
the
we
structure.
can have both. You know, I feel like we can have the takedowns because I think the takedowns are cool, and they were a step forward for the series. And also just have one-off raid bosses, like if you're just alone, you know, and want to drop something, and
I'll call in the dropships and pick them up.
and farm. Then I think raid bosses make sense. So I just don't know why we can't have both. What, Quinn? Huh? Okay, I'll help you after we beat this level, okay? Yo, Adam, you've continued to fight the war and you've continued to fight the resistance and you've become best Let's Play ever, as always. Stage 20, more human than a human. Adam, I'm thankful and I'm grateful, sir. You are a beast. 20 months is super impressive. 4 months away from 2 years. You stud muffin, you. How is Cleveland? How's your dad's football team? How's life? Thanks a lot, man. I hope Rogue Company's treating you okay. Aren't we about to get ranked in Rogue Company? That'll be exciting. I'm gonna die. Oh, I lived. Yeah, I think we should have both. I agree with you. I had to get a new GPU to play it. Yeah, so the game's just badly optimized in general then. Takedowns are cool, the Guardian one is not so cool, and both bosses have the same gimmick. 50% of it is a parkour challenge. Boo. Is it easier than the first one? Okay, thanks, Quinny.
So what are you doing?
Moving forward. Trying to kill these guys. Oh, where'd you go?
Oh, I'm sitting up at the top. We just gotta keep the soldiers alive by killing them guys.
I think Rogue still has a huge lever problem. Oh, so they never introduced it? Football's going to be alright every day it gets COVID? Jesus. It's way harder for no reason. They messed up the scaling or something and tried balancing, but it's still much harder than Mali 1. So there hasn't been a miracle patch lately then. That's what I'm getting out of this. There's just been more disappointment. It seems like Borderlands 3 is all about like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, or 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I mean,
oh my god. Why?
What's up? That went well, right?
And then the damn dropship comes now.
We need to intimidate them. What'd the Marines do?
Alright, well, the Covenant got more people.
I'm dead. Yeah, the Young Sun. The legendary Young Sun is here.
Okay,
Or for no reason. Why can't Borderlands just make a great RPG like they did with the first 2 games? That makes me more excited for Anthem. Apparently not. They just want to like, oh, it's working perfectly. Let's add some strange statistical anomaly in here to break it. That way it's different. They're moving up the hill now. Is that you with the sniper?
Yeah.
I'm tempted to try out Generation Zero. It's on sale on Steam. I've played it quite a bit, Adam. I really liked it. It's not perfect though. Remember, it's an indie. It's got some bugs and some issues, but as of right now, it's probably a better action RPG than Borderlands. You feel more progression anyway, and it tells a story. It's a cool game. My nephew and I played it quite a bit. Bunch of parkour and both bosses just have invincibility phases. Classic Gearbox. The heliophage method. Either make your boss have a huge immunity phase, or give it so much knockback and knockdown and insta-kill novas that if the player is managing to beat the boss through invincibility phases, don't worry, we'll
You know where to go?
put in... No, I'm gonna switch with you. Just put in a gimmick to make you die. Because that's not frustrating when you're not in control of the difficulty. Most of the recent changes have just been buffing weapons. Are they willing to admit that Mayhem is kind of dumb? Did the Marines live for that one?
Yeah, we got some of it.
Hey, alright. Because Mayhem's kind of dumb. Like, the fact that you get to pick your modifiers, okay, well just give us a list then. Why do we have to sit here and reroll it? That alone doesn't make any sense. And why is it not fun or useful in any way?
Warning. I picked
It's
up
just
reports that the
dumb,
Covenant has
gimmicky
located
stuff
and
that
secured
doesn't
the
make the
Pillar of
game
Autumn's
any more
crash
engaging at all or make you want to
Good
play.
news
It doesn't
is
excite
Captain's
you.
still
Like,
alive.
oh, it's a hard modifier. That'll
Bad
give me
news is that the Covenant
super
has
interesting
captured the
loot
entire
modifiers.
surviving
No,
command.
it's just now things have 10 billion more
Let's
health
hurry
and you
find
can't do
the final
crits.
lifeboat so we can
Yay.
link up with the rest of the survivors. Survivor detected. Marines,
And the game has
we must
lost a
rock.
substantial amount of performance because there's too much going on the screen at once. Great. Was seeing the feedback from this event. From this event where it's too... What are people saying about this event with all easy mods? So I definitely need to jump into that before it's gone. That's why I suggest Borderlands 3 DLC 3 tomorrow. It being 2 hours long Tyrell and it being nothing but easy modifiers, it should be a cakewalk. We know. They're saying that it proves how stupid men are and that the game is fun this way. Yeah, hell yeah. I would say it definitely is fun that way. And it's what's so stupid is that they had already promised that it would be this way. You know, they had said from the beginning that they had learned from Mayhem 4 how it was like one thing that worked with you, one thing that worked against you, and then one neutral, easy perk. And then they went completely against that logic and what they said in the now, I suppose, defunct Borderlands show. And it's 3 really stupid one, the legendary loot modifier that everyone goes for, and that's the whole thing. That's the whole kit and caboodle. And this was supposed to be like a massive deal. Oh boy. So there's not a flip button? I think Mayhem 4 should have been the final one. I enjoy level caps and I don't mind that they're trying to make it more difficult and add more loot, but I think that if they were going to do a Mayhem 2.0, then they had to actually look at Mayhem 4.4 like they said they would and just go with that system. Better yet, I would just prefer a Borderlands 2 or a Borderlands 1 system. Mayhem just doesn't, it just doesn't work. We don't really, oh god. Ready? I'm in. Say too much more than that, I feel like.
Oh, yeah, I'll mute it. I was saying, get out the turret, because I'm gonna use a soldier to get on it, and I'm getting out of it too, but we cannot defend right here.
Oh, okay.
There.
They can do something new, but look at other games. Look at, I mean, honestly, they had the whole gear score system in there. Look at Light from Destiny. I know, but World of Warcraft does it. Most MMOs do it. They follow like a gear score or a scale system so that you always have a little bit more power to go for. There's things about Borderlands that just haven't aged well. I mean, granted, it's still Borderlands, we still enjoy it, but it didn't change with the times much at all. And it certainly didn't, they haven't done what they did with 2 since 2, which is actually innovate. Not just keep up, but straight up innovate. Borderlands 3 feels like, here's this game. It exists. It does the bare minimum of what you would probably expect of a 3rd game. I mean, we had some ambitious ideas, but we cooled our jets and basically played it as safe as possible. So all those cool things that came with Borderlands 2 that really changed gaming, the big elaborate skill trees, badass rank system, the way that you can farm specific world bosses, yeah, it's going to take us about a year to even get that going. So far, unfortunately, Borderlands 3 has largely been a disappointment. And I totally expected to like be playing that game right now. I expected to be doing, 6 hours, 5 days a week, Borderlands, and want to do it, like how I do Apex. I do Apex like 3 hours. On average, I probably do an hour a night on Apex, but I play almost every day. And I want to play every day. I like it. So I wanted to, that was Borderlands 2 for me. It was, I think, for a lot of you guys too. I totally thought that's the game we were going to get.
Oh my god, I'm so tired of this guy moving back behind this damn rock.
What, Marine?
Nah. This damn elite, this red elite over there.
We have an item score item, but it doesn't do anything right. And half the time it's a lie. So like if you're really newbie, you look at it, you're like, oh, this is better. But no, it's got a much, much worse anointment, which I don't mind anointments, by the way. I actually think that's one of the better things they did. It's one of the few things that really sets it apart and makes it feel like a good action RPG. I think that what they need to do after DLC 4 is let us know, like, they have plans, they're going to do a Season 2, and they're going to try to really double down.
Did you die?
No, I'm just trying to... They've never left the game in a bad state. Granted, Battleborn is going to die, but they still left Battleborn in a state where you can put, like, hundreds and hundreds of hours into it. And even though you could probably do that with Borderlands 3 now. But my gut tells me that they're going to move on. We might get some Headhunter packs. I think Randy Pitchford is probably in denial that Borderlands 3 is just not done here as well as probably they hoped. I know it sold well, but its staying power has been very low, and it just never seemed to come back from some nerfs and some bad patches of late. Especially Mayhem 2.0 was like the death blow in many ways. So I think they're gonna cut their losses. They're gonna do a Borderlands 4 for Series X, and we're gonna see it in like 2022, 23 is the latest. The way they've always hinted towards that's gonna be like, you know, that was I think the direction from the beginning. Was here's a stopgap game that stops people thinking when's Borderlands gonna be around. Gets another title out there for our shareholders in 2K, and then we can worry about the future with the tech that we've built. Because they did have to. They rebuilt everything from the ground up for Unreal Engine 4, but the bad thing about that is now we're on Unreal Engine 5. They just took too long. In many ways, it took too long, and the industry passed them by. People still play Destiny. You still see 50,000 viewers on Twitch for Destiny 2 every day. People love that game. They feel devoted to it, and we were all so ready as fans to do that with that game and be there and have that experience, and it just wasn't that game. Hope they revisit the idea of adding new Vault Hunters. At the very least, add a skill tree. I really thought by DLC 4 we would have a skill tree, another skill tree to fool around with.
Did you kill the other elite?
No.
Oh, he's standing right here.
I just got to it. I was working away.
I know.
Oh,
I'm trying to. I didn't know he came back.
Roger that.
I had looked away and then look, he was standing there.
New traffic on the Covenant BattleNet.
Oh,
I
well,
found
the new
Captain
graphics.
Keyes.
Sniper looked
He's
great.
being held on a Covenant cruiser, the Truth and Reconciliation, a ship I disabled
Truth and
before we abandoned the
Reconciliation.
Autumn.
Is like every
The
form of
Truth and
microtransaction
Reconciliation touched
available.
down on a
I'm
desert
sure that's
plateau
true.
roughly
I'm sure
300
that's true.
kilometers upspin.
But the core loop at this point, like the grind for light, like I was talking about with Borderlands,
There's our ride. Get aboard
I
and
hate
let's
it,
get out of here.
but it seems like you need to embrace that system because it seems like that system works. Because it always feels like there's a little bit of power to be gained. The PvE, VP elements, the raids. It's the synergy of all those different activities that was like the natural, almost felt like the natural evolution of both Halo and Borderlands. You saw it in Halo Reach with the armor sets, and some of the crossover from the campaign to the story.